my computer. That stressed me out. Bob and Elisa, let's stand up. Stop chilling there. Get up, stand up. Stand up, everyone up. Oh, Bob and Elisa have frozen. They're just sitting there. Okay, so let's start here standing. Have your feet hip distance apart and parallel. Rest your arms by your side. Take a moment for me and just soften your eyes. All right, if that doesn't feel good in your body, you can keep your eyes open, but if you can, soften your eyes. Let your rib cage sort of lengthen up from the pelvis, but allow your collarbones to settle onto your first rib. And then connect into all four corners of your feet. Feel the big toe knuckle and the baby toe knuckle. Then scrub those toes into the mat. And feel the arches lift slightly. Notice that connects you a little bit more into your glutes. Release that scrubbing action of your toes, but maintain that high arch for me. Feel your body weight balanced on the front two corners of your feet and the back two corners of your feet, as if your feet was a car. Your feet were cars and we had 4 tires evenly loaded. Now take a breath in, and as you exhale, just shifting your body over to the left-hand side, feeling heaviness in the outer edge of your left foot, the inner edge of your right. And then shifting your body over to the right-hand side, feeling your body weight heavy in the outer edge of your right foot, inner edge of your left. And then coming back to center, taking a breath in, shifting forward more into the balls of the feet. Exhale. Inhale back through center, and exhale, find your body weight a little more through the heels. Don't go back so far that we fall backwards. And then come back to center. Taking a breath in. On the exhale, with that body weight balance in all 4 corners of the feet, tuck your chin down in towards your throat. And start to round your body forward. Feel your spine like a waterfall, rolling down one bone at a time. Keep your pelvis stacked directly over your ankles. Let your arms dangle away from your thighs. Soften your knees if you need to, and go slow here. Feel the shoulder blades start to drop down towards the ears. Let the arms be heavy. Hold it here. Take a breath in. Breathe in between your shoulder blades. And then as you exhale from the tailbone, start to roll your body up. Feel the abdominals pulling up towards the spine as we slowly stack our spine one bone at a time, maintaining the hips over the ankles. Let's take our arms, reach them up towards the sky. Body weight balance in all 4 corners of the feet. Turn your body to the right, spiral slightly to the right. You'll take a breath in, and then as you exhale, with sitting bones stacked over the ankles, start to roll yourself down. You'll roll just to the outside of that right leg. Bend your knees if you need to. Feel that stretch down for the left-hand side of your body. Take a breath in here. And then as you exhale from the tailbone, roll yourself up, keeping your pelvis stacked over your ankles. Reaching the arms up. Breathe in. Twist to the left. Take a breath. Exhale. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Roll down. Slow and controlled. Allow the shoulder blades to rock forward. And then nice and slow, tucking the tailbone, we'll roll the body up. Arms reach up over the head. Take your right hand and grab onto your left wrist. Pull that left side of your body up long, and then exhale, dive up and over to the right hand side. Resist that urge to push your left hip out to the left. Keep your pelvis stacked over the ankles. Take a breath in here. Open up through the left rib cage. And then exhale, rise up through center. Switch that hand. Grab onto your right wrist. Pull the right rib away from the right pelvis. Dive up and over to the left. Take a breath in. Open up that left rib, or right rib. And then exhale up through center. Grab your left wrist. Turn your body to the right slightly. Take a breath in. Exhale, dive up and over. You're on a bit of an angle here, reaching over to that right hand side. Breathe into your right rib cage. Exhale, roll yourself up. Switch that grip, turn to the left slightly. Breathe in, exhale, dive up and over to the left. One more breath into that right rib. And then exhale up through center. Take your arms by your side, dangle them down, tucking that chin, rolling the body forward, one bone at a time. Soften the knees. And when you bring your hands to the floor, walk yourself out and find a tabletop or a 4-point kneel position. Let's take a breath in, expand the belly, let it fall to the floor. As your chest reaches through your arms, your sitting bones broaden. Hold here for a moment. I want you to press your hands into the ground. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and feel the rib cage and the pelvis pulling away from each other. Get a little bit of a stretch in through your core. Breathe in, filling and expanding the belly. And then exhale, draw the abdominals up towards the spine and round the back one bone at a time, letting that head drop, pulling the tailbone forward. Pause here. Take a breath in, hook the sitting bones into the hamstrings, deepen that low back, curl a little bit more. And then inhale, use your breath, open the belly, expand. And then exhale, using the abdominals, push the ground away and round. One more time, we breathe in. Stretching the belly, and then exhale. And we round. Take your legs over to the right-hand side. Take your right foot onto the thigh of your left leg and find mermaid legs. So this is called mermaid, or we'll call it mer-person legs. Taking your right hand onto your right pelvis, left hand by your side. Squeeze your right glute, lift the right hip, turn that hip forward and twist to the left. And then drop that right hip back down to the mat. Feel the thigh bone deepening into the pelvis. Squeeze the right glute. The knee reaches away. We open all through that right side of the body as we rotate. And then we come back down. One more time. Inhale. Feel that knee pushing away. You want to turn that thigh bone, internally rotate. And then bringing that right sit bone back to the mat. Arms reach out to the side. Take the right hand beside the right shin. Lift the left rib up and over. Stretch your left arm. Reach through that left rib. And then roll yourself back up, taking your left arm to the mat. Reaching the right arm up towards the right ear. Bend that left arm and stretch. Coming all the way up, right hand comes behind you, left hand to your left thigh, right thigh. It's really hard teaching backwards at 34 weeks pregnant, and rotate your body. Twist. Release that, take the legs to the other side. Take your right foot to the left thigh, left hand to left hip. Breathing in, internally rotating your hip, reaching out of your knee. And then exhale, sliding that thigh bone back into the pelvis. Inhale, open. Exhale, slide the sitting bone down, pull that thigh bone deep into the hip socket. One more time, squeeze your bum. And then coming all the way down, arms reach out to the side, taking your left hand beside your left shin bone, floating the right arm up towards your ear, big stretch. And then bringing your right hand to the mat, bending the elbow, left bicep to left ear. Open the left rib cage, breathe in. And then lifting yourself up, taking that left hand behind your back, right hand to left thigh bone. Find a lift through the spine and a rotation. And then releasing out of there, taking your feet in front of you. Have your feet positioned lightly on the floor, hip distance apart and parallel, bend your knees. Grab onto the backs of your hamstrings and lift your chest, widen the collarbones, breathe in. Exhale, pull the abdominals back towards the spine. Feel that engagement of the belly, and then roll to the backs of your sit bones. I want you to think about growing tall here as you find the back of your pelvis. And then we breathe in, we lift up. We find that extension, squeeze the back muscles, lift the chest. And then exhale, feel the belly pulling back towards the spine, just like in cat-cow. As we roll back, maintain that lift, like there's a book on your head and you're pushing it up towards your ceiling. One more time, we lift up, open the chest. Exhale, we pull the abs in, we roll to the backs of those sit bones, we pause here and hold. Take the arms, hover them in front of you. Soften the shoulders, feel a connection into the shoulder blades. Take a breath, exhale, lift the right foot up off the floor and down. And then left foot up. And then right foot up. When you lift, exhale, pull the belly button deeper to your spine. Keep the tension out of your neck. Let's go 4 more. Picking that right leg up, squeeze the belly. And 3. You will feel a bit of hip flexor here. Last 2. Position yourself on the backs of your sitting bones. One more time. Come all the way up, soles of feet together, knees open. Grab onto the ankles, stretch the crown of your head forward. Think about lengthening rather than falling down towards your feet. Push the sitting bones into the mat. And then bringing yourself back up tall. Taking your feet out in front of you. Soften the shoulders, reach the arms out. Take a breath in, exhale. Let's roll to the back of the sitting bones again. Feel the abdominal wall drawing back towards your spine. Take a breath, exhale, left leg, right arm lift. Inhale down. Exhale, left arm, right leg lift. And down. Keep softening the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving. Lift. You want to have a rounded back, very slightly. So find the tailbone tucking and the pubic bone lifting. And we lift, gathering through that pelvic floor, squeezing the muscles between your two hip bones. One more time. We lift. Good work. Then we come all the way up, soles of feet together, grab the ankles, sit tall, tuck the chin, and come forward, not down, but up and forward. Bringing your feet back onto the floor, bending the knees, softening the shoulders, arms extend, breathe in. Let's roll all the way down onto our back. Can you feel every single bone of your spine connect into the mat with space and length between each vertebra? And then take your hands by your side. Take both of your legs into tabletop position. Press your hands firmly into the mat. Widen your collarbones. Take a breath in. On the exhale, lengthen your low back down into the floor. You'll feel your tailbone lift slightly. Breathe in, exhale, tap the right toe to the mat. Lift it up. Tap the left toe to the mat. Exhale. Good. Right toe. Now start to activate your glutes. As you tap your left toe down, squeeze your left glute. As you tap your right toe down, pay attention to your pelvis. Pay attention to the rib cage. Keep the ribs and the pelvis stable as you tap the toes. We go for 4. Tap 3, try to maintain that positioning of your spine. 2 more, great work. Last 1, legs and tabletops, squeeze them together, ankles, knees, inner thighs. You'll take a breath, both toes come down to tap. We lift the toes up. Exhale, tap, squeeze your glutes. Squeeze those muscles between your two hip bones and pull the legs up from the place of the squeeze. So really tighten and squeeze those legs together and feel the lift coming from the belly. So we're picking those legs up from a deep place in the abdominals. It's as if the back of your rib cage is lifting your feet up. Let's go 3. Exhale, from the back of the ribs, you lift your toes 1 more time. Grab your shin bones, squeeze the knees in towards the chest. We will keep our legs in tabletop position. Hands will come behind the head. Squeeze the legs together. Exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. Hold it here. We take a breath in. Exhale, tap both of your toes down, and then we lift. Exhale, tap your toes and lift. Good. 3 more. Notice the head wants to drop as the toes come to tap. Squeeze the belly on that exhale. Keep that head still. Let's go for 1. Legs stay up, head comes down. We take a breath. Exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Point your toes and send the legs straight out on 45 degrees. Draw the knees in, breathe in. Exhale, legs come out 45 degrees. They straighten. And then we bend the knees, lengthening the low back into the mat. And then bring those legs back in. Now your head will be lifted. I am going to keep my head down. Widen the collarbones, press the shoulder blades into the mat. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads. Squeeze the abdominal muscles like you're narrowing your waistline. 4 more. We go 4 and 3. Good work. 2. 1 more time, draw the knees in. Give them a squeeze. Lift your upper body up towards your thighs. So as you squeeze the knees, pull the head, neck, and shoulders up a little bit higher. Get a little more lift. Keep that lift. Take your hands back behind your head. So we've lifted higher. Send the legs out and in. 45. We go for 8. Good. Sarah, no, you can lift higher than that. 7. Curl up. 6. Curl up. Even more. Yes, stay there. There you go. 5. Good work, Kirsten. You got this. 4. Press it out. Squeeze. Good. I want you to exhale. Draw the belly down. 3. Good work. Last 2. 1 more time. Bring the knees in. Place the feet onto the mat. Reach your arms straight back behind you. Feet are down on the ground. Now lift the arms up, tuck the chin, curl up just so you can see your legs, your feet. So we're not going to lift all the way up. And then we inhale and we come down. And then we exhale and we curl up. Inhale and down. Feel the front of the rib cage pulling together. Back of the ribs pull away from the pelvis. Low back stays long into the mat. 4 more times. Pull up, exhale, and down. If this is hard on your neck, take one hand behind your head for 3. We go for 2. One more time. We lift up and hold. Option to take one hand behind your head or just keep the hands hovering and float your legs into tabletop position. You'll take a breath in. Exhale, send both legs out, both legs in. Exhale, both legs out, both legs in. Kirsten, drop your hands a little bit. I want you to feel the back muscles working here. Squeeze the back muscles. Squeeze the muscles that sit below your ribs and lift your upper body an inch higher, like you're hovering over your arms. Let's go for 4. Good work. We go 3. Squeeze those quads. Squeeze those glutes. Last 2. Straight to the legs. Point the toes. One more time. Keep the legs straight. Hold them here. Breathe in. Lower the legs all the way down to the mat. Reach your arms behind you. And we are long. Flex your feet. Now, we have been in this position already when we were standing, right? So I want you to imagine you're standing up on the ground and your feet are pressing into the mat. You will lift your arms up, tuck your chin, and let's do a full roll up. Let's see if I can do this today. Exhale. Okay, I can still do it. And dive over those legs. Now, I want us to drop the ears between the biceps. Imagine a string on the crown of your head. And I'm pulling that string forward, not down, but forward. So you're stretching the spine forward. Keep this lengthened position of the upper body. Tuck the tailbone and start to roll yourself down, bone by bone, back down onto the mat. So you want to keep the ears in between your biceps as you come all the way down. Reach the arms back. Lift the arms. Chin tucks in, ribs draw together, and we roll up. We stretch over the legs, and then we roll down. Imagine your spine, like you could pull every single vertebra apart. Take a brief breath in, exhale, lift the arms, tuck the chin. As you roll up, you're stretching that spine, creating space. Nice, Shauna, great roll up. Good job, Rob. Reach forward, Bob, and tuck the chin. And then tuck the tailbone and roll down and maintain that length in your spine. Reach out of your feet, squeeze your glutes, roll down. Good, last one, reach the arms back, breath. Exhale, we roll up, 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 and then we stay seated. I want you to reach behind, move the fleshy part of your tush away so you can really feel the sit bones pressing into the mat. Take your fingertips, bring them behind you, and lift your chest up and sit up as tall as you can. So use the arms to help create the height and the length. Pull your thigh bones deep into the hip joints so you feel some hip flexors working, and then use the strength of your core with the strength of your back to maintain this height as your arms stretch out in front of you. So arms are out. This might be work just to sit here like this. We'll take both arms and we lift the arms up towards the ears. We inhale. And then we exhale and we bring the arms back down. And then we inhale. Now squeeze your glutes a little bit here. No, just kind of pop yourself up on those glutes. And then arms down. Good. 3 more times. Lift the arms. Stay tall. Keep the feet flexed. Squeeze the quadriceps and down. And 2. This is one of the hardest things for me is to sit up straight and down. And then 1 more time, lifting the arms, taking the arms and hands, interlacing them behind your head. Elbows are wide. Now bring your feet together, point your toes. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Sit up taller. Take a breath, exhale, turn your body to the left. You're going to twist to the left, twist to the left. Now notice as you twist to the left, the right waistline shortens. Pick up your right waist. Squeeze the legs together, deepen the twist. And then come back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Notice the left waistline wants to shorten. Pick up your left waist, deepen that rotation. Back to center. Good. Squeeze those inner thighs. Keep your head pressing back into your hands. Twist to the left. Don't allow the body to pull the head forward. You push into the hands. Back to center. Twist to the right. Pull those elbows wide. Head presses into hands. Back to center. One more time, twisting to the left. Inhale through center. And then twisting to the right. And then back to center. Good. Now flex the feet, open up those legs so they're hip distance apart and parallel. Keeping your body up nice and tall. I want you to hinge yourself backwards. You're going to hinge back as far as you can maintain that shape in your spine. And when you're going to lose it, tuck your chin, roll yourself all the way down, and take your hands by your side. Take your right leg and lift your right leg straight up, pushing the heel of the left foot into the mat. And then pull that right thigh bone deep down into your pelvis and start to make tiny circles of your right leg. I want these circles to be so small that I can't even see them. Now, Shauna, you can take your head down, bring your hands by your side. Yeah, so head is down, hands by the side. Feel the femur bone spinning and controlling that circle. Let's go the other direction. Circle the other way. Your pelvis is anchored. The backs of your ribs are anchored. And we go for 3. Circle 2. And 1. Now pause here with that right leg lifted. Take your hands, bring them behind your head. You'll breathe in. And then exhale, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Take your left leg, float your left leg up to meet your right. Both legs are up. You will breathe in here. As you exhale, pull that right leg away from your left without lifting the left pelvis. Inhale, right leg back up. Exhale, right leg to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right leg to the right. Inhale, back up. 2 more times. Right leg to the right. And back up. 1 more time, right leg to the right. Back up. Take a breath and then lower the right leg to the mat. Bring your head, neck, and shoulders down. Take your hands by your side. Feed the left thigh bone into your pelvis and circle your left leg. Make them tiny circles. Again, it's not about moving the foot. We don't care. We want to feel the movement of that femur bone. Let's go 3, 2, and good. Circle the other direction. Pelvis stays still. Kirsten, yeah, push your right hamstring down into the mat. Straighten that right leg. You too, Sarah, try to straighten your right leg. And good. I think we've done both sides. Take a breath. Hands behind your head. Exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. And then pick your right leg up to meet your left. You'll breathe in. Exhale, left leg pulls away from the right. And then bring it back to center. Open the left leg. Keep squeezing your right quadricep. Look at your right thigh and look at the tone in your right leg. Keep it strong. Keep pulling your thigh bone into the pelvis. 2 more times. We open. And then we close. 1 more time, we open. And then we close. And then just bending the knees, bringing the head down onto the mat. Reaching behind you, grabbing onto the backs of your hamstrings. Pressing your legs into your hands and rock yourself up into a seated position for rolling like a ball. So we're going to take our hands and I want us to grab onto our ankles. I've got to grab on the inside. I can't grab on the outside. So grab onto your ankles. You can hold your shins if you want. You can hold the ankles on the in or the outside. Now, floating those feet up, finding the back of the pelvis, finding that nice C shape in our spine. You'll take a breath in. Let's exhale deep in that position. So find even more curl. Now, inhale, rocking back. Come to the shoulder blades, exhale, and we lift. The goal here is to keep your sitting bones and your heels connected. A little hard for me these days. Rock back and up. Keep that tight little egg, that tight little ball-like shape. Nice work, Shauna. Good, very good, Kirsten. Good, let's go 5 more. Inhale back, exhale, use that breath, lift. Find a moment of pause. Inhale back, exhale, lift. Find that moment of pause. We go 3, find the sit bones. And 2, roll back, exhale, up. 1 more time, roll back, exhale up, pause here. On the sit bones, take the left leg, straighten it out, grab your right knee, and then roll yourself down onto your spine, pull the knee in towards the nose. Stay lifted, single leg stretch. Take a breath, exhale, we switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch, switch. Inhale, now use the arm, pull the leg in, squeeze the back. Keep that head stable and still. We go 6, switch, switch, and 5, switch, switch, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Both knees in, grab the backs of your hamstrings, tuck your chin, press up, find your rolling like a ball shape. We inhale, exhale, deepen that curve, and then we go back. We breathe in, we exhale, we lift. Inhale, back, exhale, lift. 3 more, we roll back, and we lift. Last 2, we roll back, we lift. 1 more time, roll back, we lift. Bring your legs together. Slowly roll yourself down, pull the legs in, keep the lift of the head. Double leg stretch. Inhale, arms, legs. Exhale, circle, arms, knees, pull in. Inhale, arms, legs, reach. Exhale, we circle. Arms, legs, reach and stretch. Find a moment there where we're so long and stretch. Straighten your arms. Breathe in. Exhale, circle. Like you're stretched like a pencil. And circle. Let's go 3. Reach. And squeeze in. 2. Find length. Find that curl. 1 more time. Find that curl. Hands behind your head. Pull the knees in for crisscross. Right leg out, left knee in, and we switch, and we switch, and we switch. We go 8, and switch, and 7, and switch. 6, and switch, and 5. Twist the ribs. 4, switch, and 3, switch, and 2, and 1. Knees into chest, give them a squeeze. Keep those legs in tabletop. Take your arms, reach them behind you. Lift the arms, tuck the chin. Here we go, we roll up, we find bent knee teaser. So bent knee teaser, take a breath, straighten both of your legs, stay where you are on the back of your pelvis, and then roll yourself all the way down. Bring those legs up. Take your hands to the back of your right hamstring. Lower the left leg down, and then use the strength of your upper back to lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. Walk your hands up to your calf. Pull your leg in closer. Squeeze the right quadricep. Feel that stretch. Point your toes, take a breath, and we switch, pull, pull, and switch, pull, pull. Single straight leg stretch. Give it a little pull. Give it a little pull. Squeeze that quadricep. Lengthen your hamstrings. 6, pull, pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees in, hamstrings. Grab to the back of them. Give them a bit of a pull, and then reach your arms back behind your head. Take a breath. Lift the arms, tuck the chin. Roll yourself up. Find that knee teaser. Take your legs. Straighten your legs. Keep them where they are. Roll yourself down slowly. Slow, slow, slow. Take your hands behind your head. Lengthen the low back into the mat. Curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Point your toes. Lower the legs as low as you can. Maintain the position of the pelvis. Flex your feet and lift them up. Point your toes to lower. Flex your feet to lift. Straight legs. Squeeze those quads. Push your sacrums into the mat. We lift. We lower. Push the sacrums and we lift. 2 more times. We lower. And we lift. 1 more time, lower the legs, lift the legs, bend the knees, hands to back of your hamstrings. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Take the arms, reach them behind you, and then bring yourself into bent knee teaser. Take your legs in, straighten them. Keep the legs where they are. Roll your head, neck, and shoulders down. Legs come up, they're straight. Hands behind your head. Take the right leg, pull it towards you. Left leg comes down, turn your body, look to your right. We take a breath and we switch, scissor the legs. And we switch, scissor the legs. We switch, scissor the legs. And scissor the legs. We go 8 and 7, straight legs. 6, keep them straight. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Knees in. Grab the backs of your hamstrings. Pull those legs in towards you. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Arms reach back. We float the arms up, we roll up, we find our bent knee teaser, straighten the legs, legs don't move, upper body down halfway, breathe in, exhale, and we lift. Upper body down halfway, exhale, and lift. 1 more time, legs stay still, and we come up. We're here, we're up. Upper body lifted, lower the legs down, lift the legs up. 3, 2, 1, and then take the legs all the way down. Good work. Let's come onto our knees. All right, up onto those knees. If you need to, fold your mat so you can get a little bit of cushion underneath your knees. And let's just take a quick little groin stretch here. Lots of hip flexor work there. So take your left foot forward, squeeze your right glute, and just sink forward to stretch out the front of your right hip. And then release out of there and switch other side. Take that right leg forward, take that little groin stretch. And then stepping that right leg back. Coming onto both knees, stacking your hips over your knees, your shoulders over your hips. Take your hands to your pelvis for me. And I want you to guide your pelvis into a neutral position. So tuck the tailbone. And as if you had a bottle of water resting on your pelvis, that bottle of water isn't tipping forward or tipping back. It's just nice and flat. Once you find your neutral pelvis, take your hands to your front of your rib cage and then draw the front of your ribs in. Reach your arms out in front of you, soften the shoulders, and start to lean back for thigh stretch. We will inhale, stretching the front of the quadriceps. Squeeze your glutes, power the body forward, exhale. Inhale. We want to resist that urge to come into a back bend here. And then exhale, squeeze and press forward. 3 more times. Inhale back. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, press forward. And 2, inhale back. Exhale, squeeze and forward. 1 more time, inhale back. Exhale, squeeze and forward. Take your right leg out to the right. Take your hands and reach your arms out long by your side. Shift the left rib to the left, like you're reaching for something with your left hand. And then start to lower your left hand to the mat as your right leg lifts up. I like to come onto fingertips. You're welcome to come onto the palm of your hand. Top hand behind your head. Start to circle that right leg. Squeeze the glute. I want you to squeeze your left glute, open your left hip. Try to get a nice hip extension here for 3. Trying to keep that right hip in line with your pelvis. 2 and 1. Now stay here. Take your right arm, reach it up. Reach out of your right toes and lift yourself up with control. Right hand to right thigh, left arm sweeps up and over. Reach your arms out. Shift the ribs. Take the fingers to the floor. Float the right leg up. Hand behind your head, circle the other direction. Open the hips, squeeze your bum. If you need to, you can take your hand onto your water bottle. If you have a yoga block, you can put it onto a book. Just to get a little more lift there. 3, 2, 1. Top arm up, reach out of your top toes. Carefully with control, we lift up and come into a stretch. 1 more time this side, arms out, shift the left ribs, take left hand to floor, right hand behind your head, lift that right leg, flex your foot. We're gonna take that right leg, pull it forward, pulse it, 1, 2, point the toe, pull it back. Pull it forward, pulse, 1, 2, point your toe and back, open your chest, open your hips, flex, point, and point back. Flex, pull forward, point and back. 1 more time, flex, pull forward, point and back. Now take that foot to the floor. Take your arm, reach it up. Be strong in your left hand. You can come down onto your left elbow if you like and step your left foot back behind your right. Press into that left hand, lift your hips, reach the right arm up, and then bringing the hips down as low as you feel comfortable. Maybe you come right to the floor. And then we push and we lift up, breathing in, and then exhale. And maybe you come all the way down. 1 more time, we lift, breathe in, exhale, and then bring it all the way down. Come back up onto your knees. Take your left leg out to the left. Open your hips, arms out to the side. Shift your right rib to the right. Bring your palm to the mat as your left leg hovers. Left hand behind your head. Circle your leg. Circle, squeeze, open your hips. Squeeze your glutes. Open the chest. 3, 2, 1. Left arm lifts. Reach out of your left toes with control. We lift up. Come into your side bend. Arms out to the side. Lean to the right. Left leg lifts. Woo, with control, hand behind your head, circle the other direction. Open your chest, squeeze your glutes, press your hips forward. Good. We go 3, 2, 1. Lift the arm, reach out of your toes. Come all the way up. Take that little stretch. One more time. We shift, we come down. Right hand to the mat. Lift that left leg up, flex the foot, pull it forward. We pulse 1, 2, squeeze and back. Pull forward 1, 2, squeeze and back. Pull forward 1, 2, squeeze and back. 2 more. 1, 2, and back. Last one. 1, 2, and back. Now take your left foot to the mat. Be strong in your right hand. Step your right foot behind your left. You can come onto your elbow if you need to. Pick your ribs up. Reach the left arm to your ear. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe we come all the way down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, all the way down. And then roll onto your bellies. Come onto your stomach. So now this is where I have to leave you because I can't do that anymore. So lying down on your bellies, I will demo in a kneeling position, but you'll be lying flat down. I want you to take your feet as wide as your mat. So have your feet quite wide, untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet into the floor, and position your hands underneath your shoulders. Your elbows will lift slightly off of the ground. I want you to keep the body weight light in your hands, push the pubic bone into the mat, lift the belly away from the ground, and then lift your head up, press your chest forward, and just come into a little baby swan. Breathe in. Good. And then exhale down. Sarah, bring your hands a little wider. A little wider than that. Yes. Inhale, we lift. Feel like your chest is coming forward and up. Good. And then we come down. Now you can start to play with how high you lift. So lifting the head, pushing the chest forward. Maybe we come all the way up to straight arms, trying to use as little press from your hands as you can. Nice work, Shauna. Good job, Kirsten. And then coming all the way down. If you're coming up to straight arms, I want you to really focus on the pulling of the pelvis forward. Like you could drag your pelvis, nice work, Sarah, to the front of your mat. Kirsten, tuck your chin in slightly. Yes, and then bend the elbows and come all the way down. So this extension work is meant to really extend the upper back. 3 more. We're eccentrically working the abdominals. So the abdominals don't relax. They stay strong. We're just opening them up with an eccentric contraction and then coming all the way down on the exhale. 2 more times. Use the strength of the upper back. Lift up. Good work, Laura. Nice work, Elisa. 1 more time. I want you to lift up. Use that breath in, feel like your hips could drag forward, and then come all the way down. Now take your feet a little closer together, straighten the arms out in front of you, turn the thumbs up to face the sky. Keep your right hand and your left foot connected to the mat as your left arm and your right leg lift. Keep your head down just for a moment. Keep your head down, yes. Good. Now draw a connection from your left shoulder blade into your right glute, a diagonal line, and use that diagonal line to lift the arm and leg higher. And then stretch as if I'm pulling your fingers and your toes in opposite directions. And then lower down. Let's do the other side. So right arm, left leg lift. Connect that right shoulder blade like you're tucking it into the left back pocket. Find that diagonal line to lift the arm and leg higher, and then lengthen and stretch as if I'm pulling and stretching your body, and then come all the way down. Good. Now, we're going to take your arms, your legs, and your chest, and we're going to lift them up off of the mat. Inhale, we lift. Arms are straight. Yes. Stretch, fingertips to toes. Go long, not high. Find those diagonal lines. Right arm, left leg, lift higher. Left arm, right leg, lift higher. As you lift, don't lose the connection into the belly and into that diagonal line. And we stretch, stretch. Don't bend your knees. Kirsten, squeeze your quadriceps. Yes, squeeze those quads. We want to lift from the glutes. Pull the tummies away from the ground and find an eccentric length. Let's go 6 and 5 and 4 and 3, 2, 1. Take the hands to the mat. Press those sitting bones back. Take a child's pose. Bring yourself onto all fours, coming into a tabletop position. I want you to push the shoulder blades apart, pushing the back up to the ceiling. And then pull the shoulder blades together, squeezing the spine with your shoulder blades. And then settle somewhere in the middle. Take your ribs, draw them up and in. And then take your right leg and reach it straight back behind you. Notice that diagonal line from your right hand to the left knee. Squeeze your right glute. Lift the right leg up a little higher and let's circle that right leg. Now for a little more challenge, take your left hand and reach your left arm out. Scrub your fingers into the mat. You're welcome to come onto your right elbow if you need to. 3, so Lisa, feel free to come onto your elbow. 2, and 1. Circle the other direction. Circle the other direction. So same arm, same leg, just circle the leg in the other direction. Straighten your leg. Straighten your leg. Yes, I'm talking to you, Kirsten. 3, 2, 1. Take that leg down, take the hand down. Settle back into the hands, the palms, pick the ribs up, take your left leg, send it back. Squeeze your left glute, lift the leg up. Find that diagonal line from your left hand to your right knee. Make sure the right hip's directly over that right knee. And then start to circle your leg. For a little added challenge, take the right arm and reach it out. Then we balance and we circle, circle. Good, nice straight leg. Sarah, push into the hand and pick your ribs up away from the floor. Yes, good work. And then let's go the other direction and we circle, circle, good. Kirsten, find more pubic bone to sternum connection, so more belly. Yes, let's go for 3, 2, 1. Take your knee down, take a child's pose, good. Now, bringing your body back into that tabletop position, tucking your toes, shifting your body weight forward, and again, come onto your elbows if this is too hard on your wrists. Hover the knees off of the mat and step back into a plank position. So we're in a plank. Hands, center of wrist directly under the shoulders. Good. Now I want you to squeeze your right glute and float your right toes just an inch up off of the mat. And then lower the right toes down. Squeeze your left glute, hover the left toes just an inch off of the mat and down. And then the right glute, squeeze the quadricep. And then lower the toes. And then left foot lifts. And then down. One more time, right foot lifts. And then down. Left foot lifts. And then down. Take a breath in. And then exhale. I want you to lower your body all the way down, slowly, all the way down onto the mat. Good. Take your arms and stretch your arms out in front of you. Reach them long. I want you to press the tops of your feet into the mat. Lift your arms, lift your chest. I want you to circle the arms wide and pull them to your hips and lift your chest higher. Breathe in and then drag your thumbs along the waistline and bring the arms back over your head. Exhale, dive forward like you're reaching for the wall, like you're about to win a swimming race. And then circle the arms around, lift your chest, squeeze the upper back. Drag the thumbs along your waist. Exhale, dive forward, stretch. Inhale, open the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, dive forward. 2 more times, circle the arms, lift the chest, expand. Exhale, we dive forward. 1 more time, circle the arms. Exhale, dive forward. Good, now take your hands, position them under the shoulders. Tuck your toes, squeeze the quads, activate the belly, take a breath in and press yourself up to a push-up position or top of a plank. Nice work, Shauna, good job, Sarah. Perfect, staying here. You're going to take the right leg. You're going to lift the right foot off of the floor and then pulse your left heel down. So you're going to drive the left heel to the ground. 3, 2, 1. Switch your feet. Left leg lift. Repulse the right heel. 3. We're lengthening calves, hamstrings. 1 and switch. Working the toe joint. 1, 2, 3 and switch. 1, 2, 3 and switch. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 and switch. 1, 2, 3 and switch. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, and switch. One more, 1, 2, 3, and switch. Both toes onto the mat. Pick yourself up, find your up stretch or downward facing dog if that talks better to you. And then take your right leg and lift it straight up. And you're going to bring your body into a plank. Bring that right knee between your arms. Lift the body up, breathe in, exhale forward. One more time, lift the right leg, exhale forward. Lift the right leg, stay here, right toes to the mat. Take your left leg, lift it up. Take a breath in, we come forward, left knee in between the hands. We inhale, we lift. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, lift. One more time. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Take your left foot beside your right and walk your feet to your hands. Walk all the way to the front of your mat and then cross your legs and have a seat. Coming all the way down. Take your arms, reach them in front of you, and let's roll all the way down onto our backs. My abs are down, so I'm going to do it like this. Take your legs into tabletop position. Take your hands and place your hands onto your thigh bones. One hand on each thigh. Lengthen your low back into the mat and push your legs into your hands. And we hold 3, 2, 1, and then release. And then do that again. We push. Now I want the push not to come from contracting your hip flexors, but it's a lengthening of your back down into the mat and feel like it's your pubic bone pressing into your hands. Release that push. Do that again. So we're getting that very first action of the roll over. 2, 3, and release. 2 more times. So try to keep those hip flexors soft. Push the low back into the ground. So Bob, just like when you grabbed your shin bones there, feel that same action, like your legs are pulling in from the lengthening of your back into the mat, and then release. One more time. Press those thighs into your hands. 1, 2, 3. Take your feet to the mat, hands by your side. Tuck your tailbone, squeeze your glutes, roll up into a glute bridge. So you're going to roll up, hips are going to lift. Perfect. And then I want you to roll down slowly, nice and slow, bone by bone. Feel your abdominals picking the pelvis and curling it to lift the pelvis off of the mat. Then those glutes come into fire as you push your feet down and you roll up even higher. And then we come down slowly. Now, this isn't about how high we get. I don't really care to see how body's up nice and high. What I want to see is that posterior tilting of your pelvis as you lift. Good, and then come down. 2 more times. We come up slow. And then we roll down bone by bone. Widen the collarbones one more time. We roll up. And then we come all the way down. Now take your legs straight up towards the sky. Straighten them. Take your hands back to your thigh bones. Yes, now if this doesn't feel good in your body, bend your knees. Take a breath in, push your thighs into your hands, lengthen the back down, and then maybe lift the tailbone just an inch up off of the floor. And then release. And then do that again. Press your thighs into your hands, very slight resistance of your hands into the thighs, and maybe your tailbone lifts, maybe it doesn't. And release. 2 more times, little press. And then release. Try to get that sense of the pelvis rolling, posteriorly tilting off the mat. Last 2. And then release. And then one more time. And then release. Feet down, hands by your side. Tuck the tailbone, curl up, find your glute bridge. Let's roll up and then roll down. And then we roll up, squeeze the glutes. And then we roll down. I'm just doing this to get that rolling action of your pelvis, of your spine, and open up the hips. Let's go 3 more, up and down. Last 2, up and down. One more time, up and down, and then hug the knees into the chest. So all of those exercises that we just did are in the family of the rollover. So any one of those exercises will work what I'm trying to get in the rollover. So if you cannot do the rollover, you're going to choose any one of those, the bent knees, the back bridge, the straight legs. You pick one of them and you work that action, because that's going to get you eventually to do the rollover. The rollover, hands by your side. I don't think I can do this anymore, but I'm gonna try. We'll see. We'll take the legs, we lift them up. You know what, I'm not even gonna try. Who's gonna demo? Let's see, I'm gonna get Elisa to demo. She's down in the bottom corner there. She was so good at these on Tuesday. Squeeze your legs together, pull your legs in towards you. Now get them as close to you as you can. So you feel the stretch in your hamstring, and then you're going to pick your hips up off of the mat, roll those legs behind you. Nice work, Shauna. Now stay here. Legs are up and over. Can you bring your legs behind you and touch your toes to the ground? Yes, good. Good. Now pick those legs up. Go as high as you can. Lift, lift, lift. Nice work, Laura. And then we come all the way down slowly. Perfect. So good. So what I want you to do, when we've rolled over and we've got that posterior tilt, strong belly, you find your hamstrings to lift the legs. You keep your legs active and strong as you roll your back down. Imagine my hands are holding your legs as you roll down. So do that again. Legs up. You breathe in. Exhale. They roll over. Maybe your toes come to the ground. Maybe they don't. Squeeze your glutes. Lift the legs up as high as you can. Maintain connection into the belly. And then keep those hamstrings active as you roll down through your spine. Slow, slow, slow. Nice work. Good job. Again, pardon me. Lift the legs. Exhale, roll them up and over. Squeeze those quads. Maybe your toes touch the ground. Maybe they don't. And then we lift the legs up, 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 and come all the way down. Laura, beautiful job. Nice work, everyone. Good work, Kristen. One more time. Let's see how beautiful this is. One more. Here we go. Exhale, over. Nice work, Shauna. Good. Beautiful. And now with control. Very good, Bob. Lift the legs. Come down with control. All the way down. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a squeeze. Rock a little from side to side. And then bringing yourself into a seated position, sitting onto your left sit bone. Taking your hands, grabbing onto your right shin, and then just taking your left hand behind your head, opening up that left elbow, twisting to the left. Find a little bit of extension here, lift the chest, and then exhale, it's round. And then one more time, we open. And then we exhale and we round. And then sitting tall, taking that left arm up to the ear and diving up and over to that right hand side. And then releasing that, swiveling the feet to the other side. Grabbing onto that left ankle, taking the right hand behind your head, lifting the chest, opening up, taking a breath in. And then exhale, we twist and we round. And then one more time, we open. And then exhale, we twist. And then sitting up tall, reaching the arm up, tall as you can, dive up and over to that left-hand side. And then releasing out of there, bringing your hands to the mat, finding a tabletop position, just making some nice circles of your hips and your head, getting a bit of movement in all planes of motion in your spine. And then go the other direction. And then tucking those toes, finding that up stretch or downward facing dog, pressing on your heels. And walking your hands back to your feet, letting your body drape over those legs. Let the head be heavy and slowly we roll up bone by bone by bone. Let's come finish where we started. Take your hands, turn the palms to face forward. I want you to soften your eyes. Balance your body weight on all four corners of your feet. Root the feet into the ground, stretch the ribs up, soften the collarbones down onto the first rib. Feel the length through your spine, the height in your body. Take one more breath, reach those arms up, maybe take a little back bend here. And then exhale, hands down by your side. Great work tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. I apologize for my lateness today. I'm going to press stop. You guys all did amazing. Good work.